I pull back enough just to have the front wheel up. You got to feel it too. You got to feel that your back wheel is going in every hole and your front wheel is going over the top of the jump. You don't want to do a giant wheelie, but just enough to get the front wheel over and keep the back wheel into the hole. Anytime on a bike you can wheelie stuff, you'll go faster. Same works with sand, hard pack, loamy conditions. Anytime you have, rough section, whoop section like that, that is not like a stadium section. You want to kind of manual it, as if you watch the BMX riders, how they manual stuff. Same thing on a motorcycle, but you got the power to be able to keep your front wheel up. You play with the throttle a little bit, but in other times you just leave it pinned. You got to kind of be one with the motorcycle. It's hard to say that in this section you do this scenario you do this. Every time's different, every lap's different. So you could go through the same section 30 times and 15 of them will probably be a little bit different. Probably the size of them. These are rounded, so it's they're very far apart, probably good 10 feet apart from tip to tip, but they're rounded, so you can you can judge, okay, if I skim them and I get into the bottom of them, it's going to be no big deal. If these were real peaked, no, I wouldn't try to skim them. I would double through them or try to triple through them, whatever. But with the way they are, you can carry a lot of speed them and just carry off the tops. I know what I'm doing when I come out of that corner, and that's why I start shifting up, probably 4th, 5th gear through these. Make sure you're in the middle of the bike or forward. Have your head over the crossbar, not too far, not back, because if you're too far back and that bike end kicks you in the butt, you're going to go over the bars. Your feet are going to come off the peg. In the middle, the bike can be, you're balanced like this. If you're back here, the bike kicks you in the butt, and that's when you see people's feet come off. You got to be in a high enough gear so you don't run out of gear. You got to be on the balls of your feet, I feel, so you can be quick on your bike. Grip your bike with your legs and look ahead 2 or 3 whoops ahead so you know what's coming up. Okay, with these jumps here, it's kind of a rhythm section. It's depending on what bike you have. 125 probably to 250F, you're going to triple coming in. If you had a 450, you possibly could quad. You want to stay forward, try to stay as low as you can off each one. Get as much traction, as much drive as you can too, because that always picks up speed. Body positioning is more over the front end, so you don't get kicked from the back end, and you can be more aggressive that way. Downside it a little easier. These, sometimes it looks like you can skim through them, but they're a bit of a distance to skim through them. Maybe like say on a 450 you probably could, because you have that momentum, that power. On a smaller bike you're going to have to jump through them, and they're not really steep enough to tap off them. They're kind of rolling ones, so you kind of only have one way to do it, but if that's the only way, then do it the best way and the fastest way you can do it. Yeah, I mean, there's jumps out there that scares the crap out of you, but I mean, if you want to win, you want to do good, you got to do it. I know there's been some jumps that every lap I'm just going, man, come on, one more time, one more time, one more time, one more time, and then but you got to be able to focus. You got to be able to kind of keep that fear out of you, and be able to, so you can do it every lap, and that's what it takes. If you want to be the best or win, you got to sometimes you got to do stuff you don't want to do.